Hi, welcome and welcome back to Wise Crone Tarot. I am Rachel and I thought we might play around with a new deck today. It is the 3rd of March, so tonight is the full moon lunar eclipse. It's called a blood moon and it is actually in the sign of Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Please don't hold that against me. Virgos are beautiful people. Yeah, we are. So time for release, time for change, time for a reset and letting go of what no longer serves us. So that's just a little bit of an insight. And I thought, let's use that full moon energy for our tarot card and oracle card reading today, followed by our beautiful meditation. So let's go ahead and choose some cards. I have a new deck. I have a few new decks at the moment. This one is called First Aid for Broken Hearts Tarot. Nanara, I hope I'm saying that right. I didn't choose it specifically around relationship readings. I chose it because they are just beautiful cards with gorgeous images, and that's what drew me to them. So let's, I'm not particularly focused on relationships. If it comes out that looks like Spirit's theme for us today, then we can certainly go down that path together. I'm open to any messages, and I hope that you are too. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being with us and guiding our reading with love and with light and protection. Just a few cards for us to channel our energies today. So we have 2 cards out together, 2 of Swords, and I'll talk you through each of these cards one by one. Second card out is 4 of Pentacles. Yes, good. I wasn't sure if I read that back to front. And our third card out is the Sun. So I want to actually really connect with the images on these cards. So 2 of Swords traditionally is about needing to make a decision. So if we look at the traditional Rider-Waite, needing to make a decision. You've got the woman with the blindfold on, 2 swords across like this in front of her. And it's almost like either not wanting to look and make that choice, or you can't see that you have a choice. Interestingly, in this card, the 2 figures have the heads of crows or ravens. I happen to love crows and ravens. That is a tattoo that is upside down for you. It's a bit of my spirit guide animal. So what I'm getting with this deck and the 2 of Swords from this image here is we have the wisdom, but, you know, we're sort of stuck in the head here. You know, 2 of Swords are all about intellect and, yes, communication and things like that. But a lot of the sword messages talk about this internal battle with our thoughts. So this to me says, choose wisely. Maybe ask for guidance from Spirit. You know, the crows / ravens are often seen as a bridge between our living world and the spiritual realm. So I'm getting to tap into whatever tools or preferences you have around talking with Spirit, talking with Source, talking with angels, your guides, and really trusting that process rather than getting too attached to our human thoughts, which are often based on old trauma patterns and conditioning and fear-based and all of that. So yeah, if this message is for you, you're being asked to connect with your guides, connect with your angels, and try and move away from this really imprinted pattern of thought. Now, Four of Pentacles would traditionally talk about holding on to the want or the need for a stable home, stable finances, stable in terms of tangible 3D possessions. It's got the normally it's a male, some depending, but traditionally, and there's a pentacle on the head, there's a pentacle held in between the hands, and then the feet are on 2 pentacles as well, and it's kind of representing I'm holding on to what I have for dear life, pretty much, but what the figure or what the message is not really open to is there are only 4 pentacles there, right? There are only 4 pentacles, and there are 10 pentacles available. So opening yourself up to more abundance and opportunity, and not holding on too tightly out of fear to what you have is the message of the Four of Pentacles. In this card, I don't know that we're going to get to a meditation today because I'm just in like a talky mood, but we'll see how we go. So the girl doesn't look particularly filled with joy from what I am getting energetically. She is holding on to all of these beautiful balloons, and there are butterflies around the balloons, if you can see that too. But there's a sense of seriousness, yeah? A sense of really closed. Yeah, I get closed with this card. A closed, serious energy, which is blocking access, blocking abundance to everything that's available. A limited kind of feeling to it. Okay, let's look at our gorgeous last card that we've pulled out. Is in fact the Sun. A lot of people talk about the Sun being the most positive card in the deck. It's a card of joy. It's a card of happiness and expansion and warmth and living a beautiful best life. In this version, there's a figure just sort of perched on top of the horse there, ready to swing into the light. And the horse is going the opposite way. So what I get with this is to make the choice to go in your own direction with almost like a childlike abandonment. You can see he was on the horse, we're assuming, but he's ready to leave the horse. So he's ready to choose his own direction, his own path, with curiosity, with joy, with abandonment, because he's going to swing into the light. If we tie these cards to what we're talking about, and in the beginning in terms of the total lunar eclipse in Virgo, the message is choosing to trust, whether you want to call it intuition, inner wisdom, source, creator, God, whatever you want to do, but getting out of the head and opening up in the third eye there and allowing that channel between yourself and spirit to open and get stronger in connection, so that you don't feel so limited, which gives me that Four of Pentacles energy, is, holding on so tight, so small, so limited, but rather it's opening you up to just this freedom to move towards what brings you joy and what brings you happiness. But the message, or at least the advice, is get out of the head and come into alignment with spirit and source. And then this light just appears and opens before you. And with joy, you almost like just float through the air. Well, he will be on the little swing that he has there, just floating towards the joy. So beautiful cards. I hope you like that new deck. I am going to choose one of the Folia Oracle cards. I think I've shown those to you before. And let's just get a closing out message. Okay, so we have serendipity. Whoa, there we go, that's better. Dragonfly. Dragonflies are about transformation. Serendipity relates to this is fated. And I hope it is fated that you've come across this reading today, or at least you're open to finding these messages and allowing yourself to receive them with the intention of this is meant to be for you today. All right, I am going to choose a symbol, and perhaps a I know I almost just headbutted the camera. I'm getting better at actually remembering where I'm supposed to look in the camera and not showing you all of my nose hairs, which, happy days there. Okay. Oh, we have the elephant, gorgeous, and clearly I like elephants. Oh my goodness gracious me, I can't even. An elephant, believe it or not. There we go. And yeah, so elephants behind me, beautiful, protective, nurturing, patient energy, and a starfish. I'm sorry, I will get this camera stuff sorted. Please be patient with me. Starfish is about regeneration. So, you can imagine they can often lose one of, I think they're called legs. You'll let me know if they're wrong. But a starfish can lose its leg and it can regrow it again, is my understanding. So in terms of the full moon tonight, this is a message, that you're safe and it's okay to let something go because what comes in will be more aligned for the path that you need to walk and your journey ahead. So it's okay to let things go and release them with tonight's full moon, knowing that you are creating and making space for something that's much better for you. You're growing a new starfish leg. Okay, my beautiful ones, thank you again for tuning in, and I will do a meditation. I'll do it in a separate video because I'm just aware that this one is kind of going on a little bit longer than I imagined it would. So yeah, pop back soon, later today if you're watching on the 3rd of March, and I'll have a beautiful full moon release meditation based on our cards today uploaded for you. Bye bye.